everyone. My name is Kathy. I'm a independent designer for Couture. That's why I'm gonna go ahead and get some of these things over here set up. I've got my laptop over here, and I have my iPad here as well, just in case there's anybody on here and I can answer some questions that you might have. So I'm an independent designer for Couture, and for those of you who don't know what Couture is, it's a company that specializes in reusable adhesive-backed silkscreen transfers, and what that means is that they can be used over and over again on all kinds of DIY projects. Couture also has a line of paste, their Chalkology paste, and the paste can be used on chalkboard, glass, wood, and things like that. In fact, I have a project here that I had done a little while ago, and this is on one of Couture's surfaces. So as you can see, you know, it's beautiful. I know that the camera is backwards. I haven't figured that out yet, how to get it reversed. I don't have an iPhone. I have an Android, and in fact, it's a Google Pixel, and I Googled it and looked it all up, looked at videos, and I cannot figure out how to reverse it. So if any of you know, please comment below and let me know. Otherwise, I might swipe my daughter's iPhone and just do it there. So I know it's kind of hard to read this. So it says live life in flip-flops. So and there's a bunch of little flip-flops around there. But anyway, so this is one of Couture's surfaces, and what's great about this particular surface is that it's reusable. So once you're done with your little summer image here, you can wash it all off using one of Couture's board erasers. So with water, scrub it all off, and you can reuse it again and switch it out for like your fall or your Christmas or whatever. So that's something, so that kind of gives you an idea of the things that you can do with it. And again, you can do it on chalkboard and wood and things like that. They also have what they call their Chalkology ink, and the ink can be used on things such as pillows and t-shirts, baby onesies and bibs, hats, anything you know you can think of, and things that you want more permanent. And in fact, you know, these wine tumblers are all the rage. So I went ahead and I did a transfer on my wine tumbler here. Actually, I had a set of 4 of them, and I put like little, you know, images, different images. This one says beach day, it says vacay, and so this one, I used the ink on this, but because it's got a coating on it, I was afraid to put it in the oven, because that's how you heat set it and make it permanent. So I was afraid to put it in the oven. So what I did was I just used a heat gun instead, and I moved it around on it. And I haven't used it in the dishwasher. I mainly wash my dishes by hand, and I've had this done for a couple months now, and it has not come off at all. So I'm very, very happy with that. So it kind of gives you, you know, an idea. And then also too, like I said, pillows. So here's a pillow that I had done, and this is using their what they call their French country transfer, and it's just beautiful. I mean, the lettering and everything, the detail of it, it came out really nice. And I've done several t-shirts and things like that. So anyway, so that's what Couture is. So today's project, I'm going to use this board here. Now, this is not a Couture surface, so I'm hoping that, you know, I don't have any problems with it. But I did another project like this before for a coworker for her birthday, and she really loved it, and it came out really nice. So I'm really, really hoping that I don't have any problems, you know, on my live video, my first live video ever. So let me just check my Facebook real quick on my laptop here before we get started. And if any of you guys have any questions at all whatsoever, like I said, go ahead and put a comment down below, and you know, and I'll definitely be able to answer your questions, you know, as soon as we're done here. So anyway, so back to the project. So what we're going to use today is we're going to use Couture's No Place Like Home transfer, and this is a fairly large one, but there's 3 of them in there. And so you can cut them down using the, you know, the lines that they have on there. Let me go ahead and change this down a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. So yeah, so you just open it up, and I've used this one. I've used this one several times now. So here's what they look like. Oh, don't mind my husky. Now, of course, when I get started, he wants to go out. Well, he's not going out. So anyway, so here it is. This is once it's sweet. But the whole thing, you can do it a couple different ways. You can do home sweet home, or what I'm going to do today is, because of the way the board is, I'm going to do There's No Place Like Home. And like I said, I have used this several times, so you can see where I used black on it previously. And although it stains it, it still works. So that's not a problem at all. So what you want to do, the first thing you want to do is you want to cut out your transfer. Let me just fix this a little bit. Hopefully you guys can see it. Okay, sorry about that. I'm hoping I'm still going. I hit the wrong button. So anyway, so here's the transfers here, and what you want to do is you want to mark what they say on the back of them, because what happens is that when you're done, they're reusable, then you'll put them back on, and the one side of this carrier sheet is glossy, and that's what you want to be able to put it back on. You don't want to stick it to this, because this is like a paper side, and you don't want it getting stuck and ruining your transfer. So go ahead and mark what it is. So on this one, this is how I'm going to do this layout. Again, I'm really hoping that you can see good. So this is home down here. The problem that I have with this board is that there is a line, a little divot here. So I'm going to have to, hopefully there's not too bad of a bleed through there, but there was nothing I could do about that. So this one's, like I said, says No Place Like Home. I'm going to do it like that. But what I'm also going to add to this, because I have more space here and I want to give it some oomph, some depth, I have this wreath that I gotten. I picked this up at one of the local stores that has like their little dollar spot. I bought it a couple months ago, and I grabbed every one that I saw there, because that spot gets empty pretty quick. So I'm going to put that on here, and maybe a little bow or something or other. So let's see here. So I think I'm going to start out with the word home. I'm going to take it off. A lot of times it's easier to take it off from the back. And what I did on this board too, like I said, this is not a Chalk Couture board, although on some of theirs you have to do the same thing. But I wax it. So it was a hideous green color, and what I did was I painted it white using chalk paint, and that was like a week or so ago. And then on top of that, what I did was I waxed it, and I have bare wax here because I'd also chalk paint furniture. So the wax actually seals and protects the painted surfaces. So that's what you want, because what happens is, like this is sticky. Now, this one's not as sticky because I've used it several times, but typically what you want to do is when you first use the transfer is you want to put it across some like a towel or something or other, and you want to fuzz it up, what they call fuzzing up. So you want to take some of that stickiness off, because when you pull this up, you don't want to pull that paint with it. And again, this is a different surface that I bought at a store. And then as you can see, it's a silk screen, so that's like a fabric in there. So when you pull this up, you don't want that paint coming up and then ruining your project, but you also don't want that paint stuck in your transfer and then you ruin your transfer. So I'm not going to fuzz it because I've used it several times. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to lay it out here and just kind of eyeball it. I'm putting that that line, I'm hoping it goes through the middle of this. So there we go here, and you want to get it down. And because it's this one's kind of losing its thickness, and they say that you can use it anywhere between 8 and I think 7, 8, 10 times. But I've gotten more out of this. So as long as you take care of them and you clean them. Now I do have a little thing of water here off to the side, so as soon as it's done, I'm going to go ahead and put it in there. So here we go here. Here is the other one. No Place Like. I'm going to kind of eyeball this one also, figure out where I want it. And I think this is good here. I'm going to soak it all down, or push it all down. So, and then the colors I'm going to use this gray. It's a darker gray color here. This is the paste, and then I'm going to do that with the home in that color, and then the There's No Place Like, I'm going to do that in their color Eucalyptus. Okay, Hold on just a second. Let me just make sure this is still up over here. Alrighty. So here you go here. So we open it up and they have their little stirring sticks and stuff. So you want to stir it all up. And what you're trying to achieve here is a like a yogurt, like, would you stop? Say hello to Samson. He's over here yelling at me. I'm the only one home, so he's just gonna have to wait. So anyway, so you want to go ahead and stir it up, and you want like a yogurt, like, you know, cream cheese kind of consistency. And if you need to, it's water based, so you can go ahead and add a little bit of water to it. Obviously you don't want it too watery, but you know, you'll know when you see it. The yogurt, sour cream. So here we go here, and you want to wipe it off. So guess what's happening outside my doors in the next couple days. For those of you that don't know me, I live in Central Florida. So Hurricane Dorian is coming at us. Yay! It's going to be like 2004 all over again. I live in the Orlando area, and you know, we'll get some of the outer bands and it'll rain and it'll be really bad. I mean, plenty of places around me, knock on wood, I have not ever lost power, but plenty of people that I know have lost power. And so yeah, so it's supposed to come in further south, but then it's going to take a right-hand turn. It's going to come up the I-4 corridor, and what I saw today, it's going to come up 2 counties below me. It's going to be like a category 2, and then in Orlando it'd be like a 1. But it's all those bands and all that water, all that flooding. It's going to be insane. So anyway, so there you go there. And then let me just check my my Facebook over here real quick. All right, so this is what they call their squeegee. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my squeegee and dip it in here, and let's keep our fingers crossed that there are no bleeds or anything. So you want to go ahead and put it on. Let me move this out of the way. And you want to work fast, because actually the paste dries pretty quick. So you don't want this sitting on your transfer and hardening, and then, you know, it not coming out okay. And this one, my paste is still just a little dry, so I probably should have added a little bit more water to it. So I'm really hoping I don't have any problems here. So yeah, so I bought some wine. I've got plenty of food, and I'm just gonna craft all weekend. I'm gonna just start doing some of my lives here, and that's it. Kind of kick back with some of the neighbors, have what they call that little, you know, hurricane party. So here we go here. So you want to go ahead and get as much as you can off, because you just put it right back into the container. So let's see. Oh, fingers crossed this is gonna not screw up with me. Now this is a distressed look. It's intentionally supposed to be distressed, and it actually came out really good. I really like it. I do see, because of those crevices, I do see a little bit of bleed here in there, but I think I'll be okay, because I can probably take a Q-tip. This happened actually when I made it originally, and I can take a Q-tip and get that cleaned up. I'm dipping it into my water over here to my right to see if I can clean that up. And then I can get in here too. So I think I'm okay with it though. Off camera, what I'll do is like I said, I'll go ahead and clean it up a little bit more. I have my other Q-tips in the other room. I should have brought them out, but I don't feel like getting up and, you know, running over there. So anyway, so that's that. So that's the dark gray. And let me just get this out of the way. And now we're going to move on to the other color. The other color is eucalyptus. So let's see how the eucalyptus is. Take the lid off. This one looks a little dry, but let's see. Yeah, so let's get some water in here. So what's everybody doing over the weekend? Anybody have any plans? So our Labor Day weekend plans are going to be gone. There's not going to be pool parties or barbecues going on here, that's for sure. Everybody's going to be batten down the hatches. And if you want any more information, regarding Couture, just drop me a comment. Or if you want to look at our the products that we have available, you can always go to my website. My website is www.chalkcouture.com/createwithkathy. So let me just get a little bit more water in. And there we go, that should be good. It'll work pretty fast. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get another squeegee. I'm going to use a smaller one. Get that up. And let's see how this turns out. So I'm just scraping it by. Making sure I'm pressing into the silk screen. I've got to learn to do, like, put a lot on at the beginning. It's, you know, it takes a while to really, like, perfect your technique here. So, like, a lot of them put a lot on and then go back and scrape it up. And looks like it's drying out just a little bit here. Alright, that should be it. Let's get that up, get that into the container so we don't waste it. Put that over here. Fingers crossed. It bled a little bit over there. I pressed too hard that last time around. So there's no place like home. I'm going to go ahead and put this into the water. Yeah, I should have pressed that hard on that last turn around. But it is easy to clean up, so that's good. So my dog now is waiting patiently at the front door. Nothing like pressuring me to hurry up here. Alrighty, so there you go. Got that cleaned up. I'm going to go ahead and put my lid back on. Now what you really should do so it doesn't get, you know, while you're working on the rest of the board, you should dry it with a blow dryer. Unfortunately, I did not put my bring my blow dryer out. So we can just keep on going. So over here, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hot glue this down here onto the side. And yeah, my coworker loved it. She was shocked to find out that I even made it. I have been doing crafts for like forever. I love it. It's my little safe place. It's my creative outlet. Just got to clean up the little webs here, and that is it. I love how it came out. I think it looks so nice. So there you go, no place like home. and I'm sure that they're gonna love it too. Let's see if we can see it better. Let me get this up. Here we go, sorry about that. There we go. The green is a little bit on the light side, so you can't see it too well, but it says no place like home. And I'll probably add like a little bow here to the end of it as well. But thank you for joining me, and like I said, if you have any questions with regard to Couture, go ahead and drop me a comment below. And if you want to take a look at our catalog and see all the other products that we have available, www.chalkcouture.com/createwithkathy. Well, thank you very much. Thank you for attending my first video, my first live. Bye.